In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a super cute little apron out of your old jeans, just like this one. You can decorate it however you like, but really easy. I'm Christine of Christine's Crafts, and this channel is dedicated to crafting on a budget. So all you're going to need is your jeans, and you're either going to be sewing or gluing your apron. And you're going to need scissors, obviously. So you're going to start with your jeans, and we're going to use the top part of your jeans. So I recommend before you start cutting anything, just fasten them up and level up those tops. It's just going to make it a little bit easier when we cut. Now the first cut is definitely going to be a rough cut, but you don't want to do it wrong all the same. So line them up. You can see I'm just taking a bit of time. And then seeing as we're going to use the back of your jeans as the front of the apron, it's worth having that side up so that you can see exactly where you're cutting. So what we're going to do is cut the legs off. And you're going to cut them off just at the top of the legs. And as I say, we're going to tidy it up later on. So be bold and just cut those legs off. Come from one side and cut the other one off. So you've already made the size your apron's going to be, and don't worry about underneath there. We're going to sort that out in a moment because it's not going to lie flat. And we'll have to deal with that. So the first thing we're going to do is look at cutting the front off, and we'll start by cutting up the side seams. Now if you don't want to sew or glue the sides, you can cut right up against the side seam, really close in. That's actually my preferred way of making these, but I'm going to do a seam up the side just so I can show you how to do it. It's actually a nice little shabby edge if you just leave it raw. So cut through any pockets and things that are on the front of the jeans. We want rid of all of it, and be careful if there are any rivets. Now everything you're doing with these jeans, be very careful. Denim's quite tough. There are lots of layers and there are metal fittings. We don't want anybody to get hurt. So once you've cut up one side, cut up the other side all the way up to the waistband. Now we're leaving the waistband on because that is going to form our strap to make these super quick and easy to make. So once you've got up the sides, we then need to come along the waistband. So set off and cut along. Now when you come to a belt loop, my recommendation is that you firstly go round the belt loop, back up to the waistband, and then you're going to go under the belt loop. So it's going to become loose at the bottom and still be attached to the top of the waistband, and we'll deal with that in a moment. So just keep cutting along that waistband nice and close, but not actually cutting the waistband. So you'll see it's come time to undo the jeans to make it a little bit easier. Again, if you've got a metal zip, be very careful. We don't want to be cutting through metal with any nice dressmaking scissors, for example. And then just repeat on the other half of the front. Do the same thing going around the belt loop again. And you should get to the point now where you remove the whole of the front of the jeans. They'll still be attached at the bottom, and you can simply cut across there to get rid of them. And that's your front gone off your jeans. So now you can see it's starting to form an apron, and we're going to deal with those little belt loops we left. Now what I recommend is that you use a little seam ripper or quick unpick, depending on what you call it, and just undo those stitches to remove them. Now if you haven't got one, don't worry. If you've got some little tiny pointed scissors, you'll probably be able to cut in there. You'll just have to be very careful not to cut the waistband. And the idea is just to get that belt loop off. And then you can take that extra bit of jeans off the other end, and you can use your belt loops for attaching to your apron to hang things on, which I'll show you later on. Now, if you've got any bits like I have, a label sticking out, just cut it off. It's just in the way and we just want rid of it. Now you can see at the bottom, we haven't got it nice and flat because your jeans are shaped to fit around your bottom. So we're going to have to do something with that. So I recommend you turn it to the right side so you can make sure you're doing a nice tidy job, and just cut along the edge of the existing seam. Now how far up you need to go is a little bit trial and error, but just go 2-3 inches up, and then you should be able to lay one layer on top of the other and get it nice and flat and smooth. Now you'll see I'm having a try here, not quite smooth enough, and if that's the case, simply go up and cut a little bit further. The idea here is just to get it to lie flat. And once you're happy that it is lying flat, if you're gluing your apron, simply glue it down flat. And that's it, your jeans will be ready. Now if you're sewing, I recommend you pop a little pin in there and sew around that seam just to hold it flat. You see, pop a little pin through all the layers and then just sew that down, and it'll just keep it nice. So now we can level off the bottom of our apron. So measure from the top to the bottom at one side and at the other, and make sure you get them both the same. It doesn't matter what your measurement is, so long as you're happy with it and they're identical. And then you want a nice long ruler across the bottom, just joining those two up, and do what I've done, which is just draw a line, and then you'll get a nice straight edge. It's going to be hidden, so don't worry about there being a black felt tip pen or something similar on there. Draw a nice straight line and then cut along it. Take a little time just to cut nicely, because if you cut this edge nicely, you'll probably sew or glue a nice straight edge, and it'll just end up with a better finish. So careful at the middle, you've got that thick seam, and careful at the edges, you've also got that bulk of a seam. So now we can tidy up all those edges. So if you've already decided you're not folding your edges over at the side, then you don't need to worry about it, that's already done. But if you are folding a seam over to make it tidy at the sides, you'll probably need to snip to the side seam at the top, because you probably haven't cut it quite all the way in, like I'm having to here, and the same at the other side. Just take a moment to get it in there properly. And then simply fold along your existing seam line. You've got the side seam of the jeans to work your way along, and then you can pin or clip it closed. Now you'll see here there's often a rivet on that side seam, and obviously you can't sew through that. So if you want to remove it, you can, or you can do what I do, which is sew up to it from either side, which you'll see later in the video. And I would do this down one side and down the other. So I'm doing the sides of this first. Again, just nipping along that side seam and getting a good edge. And then turn your attention to the bottom. So you're simply going to fold it up a small turn. 1/4 or 1/2 inch is plenty. I wouldn't do a double fold because it's just going to get too bulky and impossible to sew unless you've got an industrial machine. And if you're like me, you've got a small domestic sewing machine. Jeans are challenging enough to sew, so you don't want to make it even harder. So work your way along, and then once you're happy, you've got a good flat edge on the bottom and you've got those side seams, it's time to go over to the machine. Now when it comes to sewing denim, I really do recommend getting a needle especially for denim, because it's very easy to break your sewing machine needle as you sew around these. Denim's tough, and some of this is thick layers. So you're going to sew each side seam and along the bottom. It doesn't matter what order you do them in, so long as you're happy with your progress and the way you want to do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is sew along the bottom. And what you might find is that corner is too bulky for your machine. Now mine is just a normal domestic Janome machine, and there's really not a lot of height under that foot. So if you have trouble, just open the corner up and cut some of the bulk out. Because you've got that side seam there, there's a lot of bulk in there you really don't need. So open it up, snip some out, and then fold it and try again. And if it's not sufficient, then maybe you need to cut a bit more bulk out. You can see I could have cut more out of there, but then have another go. I also recommend, because it's so thick, that you start turning the wheel by hand and do a little bit of hand stitching with the machine at the end, just to make sure it's going to go okay and to minimise your chances of snapping your needle. So you'll see I start very slowly. I'm doing it by hand. And then once I'm happy this is okay, I can engage the machine, do a little reverse to keep the seam strong so it won't unravel, and then set off down that side seam and just go all the way along the side seam, keeping the same distance from the bottom if you can, so you get a nice neat finish. When you get to the middle, you're going to come to that bulky seam. Again, if you need to, cut a bit of bulk out and then just take your time, perhaps turning it by hand again. And then when you're past it, you can set off again. Now when you get to this corner, you're going to have the same problem again, potentially. You might need to cut a bit of bulk out. Now, if you were gluing your seam along the bottom, you've simply folded it up, applied your glue, folded it up, and then maybe put something on top to hold it down whilst it dries. And you won't have this issue with sewing. It's up to you whether you sew or no sew your apron. So once you've sewn the bottom, and you'll notice I always clip all my threads off as I go along. I just find it a lot tidier, and it means they don't get caught up in any other seams as I'm sewing. It's time for the sides. Now these really are bulky, and you'll see that as I've come to the machine, I've decided it's just too bulky. And you can go in there and cut out all the bulk. So you might have pockets like I've got. You could have extra bits of denim. Just cut out as much as you possibly can. So if you think about this earlier, you can do it before you pin it or clip it, but I didn't really think about it until I got it to the machine. But then simply open it up, cut out the bulk, and then clip it back closed. You can see the other side of the rivet, I've also got some bulk that I can cut out. So I'm cutting up to the rivet and I'm cutting after the rivet. Being careful not to put my scissors through the rivet. Will not do my scissors any good. So what we're going to do is sew up to that rivet and take it out from the machine and then sew the little bit above the rivet. As I say, another method is simply to remove the rivet or to cut your side seams so that you don't need to sew anything over. You just get a shabby edge, which is quite sweet on these aprons, to be honest. So we're going to go again. You've already sewn that corner, so you know you can fit it under there okay. A little reverse. Work your way up. And just be careful that you're not going to go through any rivets or metal fittings, because they will definitely snap your needle. So a little reverse. And then that's sewn. You can see sometimes I'm having a bit of trouble pulling it out from under the foot, which shows you just how tight it is under there. And I'm sure those of you with a big machine are smiling a little bit because you'll be having no trouble whatsoever. And then you're going to try and wriggle it back in again on the other side of the rivet. Now obviously you can't sew right up to the rivet because that just won't go under the foot if you've got too much bulk there, which I have. So wiggle it about until you get it in. Don't worry about it taking a little bit of time and a little bit of wiggling. You can then just sew that top bit. It's just going to make a much better finish on your apron because it can't just open up and look too shabby. Get to the end, all the little reversing, cutting the threads off. And then you do the same with the other side. So now you've got your apron and it's all finished, but I'm going to recommend some little tips here. So one is to use those belt loops you removed, just hand sew them on at either end and then you can hang things through them, and you can decorate your apron however you like. Lots of things you could add to embellish using glue or sewing. And if you fancy adding some denim flowers like I've got on mine here, then watch the video that's come up on your screen now, and good luck with your apron.